Now, if I click over here at the start of the video and click play, you'll see that the text will change. There we go. Into the first image, into the second image coming up with the dissolve, and then our text there of group of people. That's our caption. Fantastic. And now you can just go through and select each image and add caption. And you can do it as many times as you want, once for each image. And that's how you can create the message that you want to send out to people. So once again, it might be product shots, it might be information about your business that goes along with the still image, and it's as simple as that. I'd like to make it harder for you, but I just can't. It's that simple. Now, coming down to the bottom, we have these transitions here, and these they're called boards. That we can use for even more information. If I play it from there, you'll see what happens. It scrolls up the information, and then the next one. So that just keeps going through as a scroll, as you'll see on a normal movie. Now that might be good for a normal movie, but we want our sales message to stay in front of people, or our marketing message, I should say. So we can just click on that and double click, and it brings up the text, and we can just say now limited time only. Once again, we can do what we need for as far as size and placement. So bring it up, and we'll just put over there. This is actually going over black, remember, so it's not over this still image. And we can come to the next one, double click on the text box, and we can say call now, and we'll make that nice and big. Once again, I'm just using a different way to get the text bigger. Bring up my crosshairs and center it. And on this one, we're going to have our phone number. And just get rid of him. Okay. Now we have the elements of our video. Just bring it out so it's all on one line. Position it into the center. Once again, I'm just clicking and dragging with my left mouse button. And now I'm going to change the background color of these black boxes. So I've selected the first one. Up here to background color, I'm going to make that one blue. Click on the second one, and we'll make him a olive green. And over here, we'll come and we'll make this one red. So now we have all our images, and I'll just play it from there so you can see what's going on. You can see that we've still got our movement, everything's still scrolling up. Now that's all well and good. Now I'm just using the space bar to start and stop there. You might have noticed I didn't click over here. Click on the space bar, you can start and stop the video. So we come here and we click to the text box, and then we have up here, you can see that we've got, because we have elements now with our video or images and our music and our text, we now have new tools that appear up the top here on a new toolbar. And you can see text tools here allow us to change the font and the background color and the color of the text, and it also allows us to change how the text will transition on. Now these ones we saw were scrolling from the bottom of the screen to the top, and you can see there that box is actually highlighted, a little up arrow there with the lines of text, and you can see there that it's doing it as I hold the mouse over. So we can preview what happens with all these different effects. That one's a zoom in, we'll see what happens here from the side. This one should be a zoom, that's it, squish out. That's just a fade on, that's a cut on. This one goes out like that, this one swings in. So we can have all these options on how to transition the text. Now because this box is already highlighted, we'll just change it by clicking on this box. Now when I play it, there it is. Our text comes in from the side and stays on screen so we can read it clearly. Fades off, and then the next transition for the text and the color will happen. So we can go through and click on each of these and just give them an action or a behavior, however you'd like to call it, an animation on how the text will actually appear on screen. We can scroll down, there's quite a few options there. Let's do this one with a bit of a highlight there. You can see it puts a little bit of a flare and puts that in. Now the only problem with that is that it fades the color of the background image, and in this case the red looks quite good, so I'm going to use another one. We'll use that one there so it zooms in and out like that. Now, we can also add other kinds of effects. So when you're putting a title, you might have a video of yourself, and we'll try it on this one here. We'll just put we'll click on that text, double click, and we'll put my name here. We're going to change the color. Once again, it's over a light background, so we'll change it to orange. We're going to bold it so it stands out, and we're going to add the size. Or change the size, I should say. Now, we're over here, put it right down the bottom so it stands out, and then we'll add an effect. So once again, come up to this bar here, and I'll put, and you can see what happens there, nice little bar there with a bit of flash, and there's different styles of that coming like that. You can see over on the left hand side it adds a little image onto the background. We can do ones like this, depending on how you'd like to position your product shot, and that might work with certain styles of image that you're using. That one drops down with the text in the actual box, likewise there, just a bit darker, and this one brings it across with a little bit of design work, and that's quite nice. So we'll click on that one, and we'll just bring our cursor back here. I'll go there. So this one should just fade on like that. Then we dissolve to the next image, and that has that movement already pre-built in. And then we come to the little stick figures, and the image, the text comes in like that. Now they're great little ways for you to highlight your name. It just gives it a little bit of interest and a bit of professionalism with the way that's done. And then you just go through, double click on each of the text boxes and enter your text and add the text boxes as you want them. It's that easy. And just do that. Now, that's pretty much the video done. You heard the music going through, and that's already set. If I come here to music tools, I can actually change the volume of the volume of the music by clicking on music volume and dragging that slider to the left. And that's, because you've just got the one music track, not really essential that you need to change that, so that's all good. The video tools, you can see there that our slides, our still images, are on screen for 7 seconds. If you'd like to have them shorter or longer, you just change that, and those numbers are in seconds, and you just click on the one that you'd like the transitions to be, and we'll click on that. So it goes a lot quicker, and then goes to the next video there. So that's the editing options that you have for creating the videos. Now that we have all our elements and we're happy with our transitions and our text, we can go to the next step and upload our video to YouTube. With Windows Live Movie Maker, we need to be logged into our Windows Live account. Once again, this is similar to a Gmail account, and the first time that you try to set up YouTube, it will ask you to create a Windows Live account. It's free, it's just the way Windows do their stuff in accessing the program. So I can see here that I'm already logged in, and that means that this panel is now active, and I can click on YouTube, and that will bring up a selection box for choosing the size of the video that we want our video to appear on screen. Now, mostly for YouTube, it's 640 by 360, and those numbers relate to the number of pixels, which is actually the little dots that make up the image. At 640 pixels wide by 360 pixels high, and that's also called a 16 by 9 or widescreen screen that you can see over here, which is how our new TVs and plasmas and LCD screens are all about. So we click on that one, and then the next thing that we should see is the login box for our YouTube account. See there, it's thinking about what it needs to do, and here we have our login box for YouTube. So you can see there we have our username, and that will be the email that you use to set up your Gmail account. I'm just typing in my password here, just make sure I did that right, and sign in. And now what will happen is it brings up a box to put in our information. Now the title